If you've been following the athlete Jakob Ingebrigtsen in 2025, you'll know that he has been in the news recently. And one of the big reasons is because he doubled in the World Championships, winning both the 3,000 and the 5,000 meters against the world's best. This was an amazing moment. He became one of only 2 athletes in history to ever win the 1,500 and 3K World Indoor titles. So that was amazing, but unfortunately, immediately after this World Indoor double, he started making headlines for a different reason, because he quickly went back to Norway and testified against his own father in court. And the reason that he is in court is because he is accusing his father of psychological and physical abuse. Now, this is not an easy thing to talk about. Dealing with a family issue like this out in public must be very difficult. But there have been some very crucial developments that give us a peek into Jakob's past and might even give us a peek into the psychological issues that went into his training and his everyday life. Now, I will make sure to link below a video that talked about Jakob's accusations. He went into extreme detail for 4 hours when he took the stand. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about what his father has said, because he has officially taken the stand himself and given his part of the story. So, for his father, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, he was accused of psychological and physical violence, and he pretty much is saying he is innocent on all charges. He said that violence at no point played a role in the way he brought up his sons or his daughter, and he outright refuses every single accusation, saying he is completely innocent. But outside of that, he was saying that he was a little bit overbearing at times, saying that he focused too much on being a coach and not enough on being a father. And there was actually one particular instance where he actually took Jakob's PlayStation and threw it out the window. And while this is not physical violence, this is still pretty crazy. Imagine throwing an entire system like this outside, and it could have even hit someone who was walking down below. Now, outside of throwing his PlayStation, one of the big issues here revolves around Jakob and his daughter when he was accused of hitting her with a towel, and this was back in 2022. Apparently, Jakob was very frustrated with his daughter, and his daughter was cursing at him, saying that she didn't want to live in this prison that he had apparently created. And what Jakob is being accused of here is hitting her with this towel, but he was saying that he was only able to make contact with her finger. And there have been a lot of different evidence pieces presented in court which we don't have, but to really make this simple to understand, both Jakob and his younger sister are saying that they experienced physical violence throughout their childhood, and in addition to that, psychological violence, but Jakob is outright saying that he is innocent on all charges. An additional point that I find kind of contradictory is that Jakob constantly is saying that he was being the overprotective father, and he's even himself stated that he's done some pretty questionable things, to being an overbearing coach, to throwing out game systems, to even raising his voice when they don't do what they want both in the house and on the track. But to say that you're the overprotective father, that seems like the complete opposite of the picture that even he himself is portraying. If you're going to be overprotective, then you're going to make sure that your children do not experience any kind of pain at all. Certainly not psychological and definitely not physical. So this claim that he was the overprotective father just doesn't make sense. Now, all of these pieces of evidence against Jakob are alleged claims, so this court case is still being processed. But there's just this massive gap between what the kids are saying and what their father is saying. So one of these parties just has to be lying, or at least greatly exaggerating, which is also lying, but it's still too early to tell how this will unfold. I'll make sure to leave a few extra links down below so y'all can read for yourself, but for now, this is still ongoing, and apparently both Jakob and his sibling are going to be in court until May, which is crazy because this is a month-long case, and who knows how this will affect the family, who knows how this will affect Jakob's training. This is a big undertaking for an athlete, and this is a big undertaking for the family, so hopefully these issues can be resolved with no real negative impact on the kids, and hopefully, in whatever sense possible, the truth will come out. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.